So hey guys, this is a new video, and well, I don't know if you've noticed, but hopefully this video is actually going to be more than 15 minutes long. I've been finally got my Wi-Fi up, and I finally got access to a good computer, and well, I can upload. Yay! More than 15 minutes. So here's the thing. I still don't know what to do with the audio. Maybe I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into that. Because I know that sometimes like it'll go spastic and like it'll speed up or just like stop working the audio for a second. And I don't want that because like well, could no like the easiest way for me to transfer information to you guys is by speaking about it. It doesn't. It's hard to get it across when you're texting somebody or through text or something like that. But yeah, so it's I don't know. I'm gonna be trying to like fix it and stuff like that, but please don't be too harsh. If you have any advice on how to fix the audio thing, honestly, I'm recording from my phone. I upload it from my phone. I just fixed it. There's no real editing. And that's about it. I mean, as I learn, I may start to edit the videos, try to make them a little better as I have more time and stuff like that. But at the moment, it really is just like I get a take, and if I like it, if I like how it sounds, how it looks, I'll upload it. If I don't, well, I mean, I'm gonna have to do it again until I get it right. But actually, funny enough, this is like the fifth take. Not because I didn't like them. It's because like people would start talking in the background. Like my family started to wake up. If you look at the time here, it's like 7:39, and well, the problem is that they wake up like at 6, and I was recording at around 6, and out of nowhere I just hear like shouting and stuff, and I thought, no, that's probably not gonna go in the video, so I had to start all over. But as you may have guessed from the title, event sneak peek. So first of all, the next event's actually gonna be about Nagato. I got a hint from this from one of the commenters. Thank you to him. I can't remember his name. But yeah, thanks. That's how I found out. I appreciate that. And if I can remember, or like, yeah, if I can remember, I'll like give you a shout out next video. Cause thanks. I didn't even realize that the time ending for like the next event. I was just like that out of it. But yeah, there's a new skill. It's for Nagato. It's an active skill. The way you can know it's for Nagato is because it says Renengan Nagato Uzumaki. Nagato's the only one who has that. So I mean, come on. Duh. So yeah, it's ally is immune to debuff for 1 round, and everyone can block 1 to 3 skill damage. Enhance all allies' massive ninjutsu defense, and weaken all enemies' massive ninjutsu attack for 1 round. So basically, it boosts your guys up, makes them immune to damage as far as I can tell from skill damage, and just like decreases the enemy's attack by a lot. But yeah, what I found interesting is that it's a Renengan, a Nagato Uzumaki times 1, Renengan times 1, Chakra Stick Puppet times 4. So that would be 6 bloodlines, so it's a level 90 card. Whereas last time, as far as I knew, it was only a level 75 card because of the Heavenly Life passive, because that's the passive for Nagato. For those of you who don't remember, Renengan Nagato times 5, Uzumaki, that's 5 bloodlines. Release Heavenly Life with probability after a normal attack, revive dead allies and immune debuff, and massive damage for 1 round. Rebirth HP depends on skill level, and each ally can only be revived once. Every time release this skill, this ninja will lose 25% of max HP increase after equipped. 7.9k HP, 1220 per level. Ninjutsu attack 1900 plus 120 per level. Ninjutsu defense 10,900 plus 520 per level. So I mean, yeah, it's and another thing we can get like a look at what it actually looks like when you get Nagato, I guess, up to that level. As you can see here, this is Nagato Uzumaki. This actually looks pretty goddamn cool. So yeah, he gets a new unique skill. It's called Six Path of Pain. Oh, Six Path Pain. Deal ninjutsu damage to front row enemies and release Six Paths Pain skills. Release Rebirth buff for own instantly revive in 2 rounds. Front row enemies Cannot move for 2 rounds and decrease their chakra recovery for 3 rounds. Need to hit with probability to dizzy all enemies for 2 rounds. No need to hit. So yeah, that's pretty cool. This is a collection for Inazami Itachi and Nagato Uzumaki at that stage. I would guess it would be level 90. But yeah, it would give you 80k HP. I don't know. I don't know how much ninjutsu attack. It just has like 4 zeros. So I mean, I'm assuming like at the very least 10k ninjutsu attack. 22k taijutsu defense, ninjutsu defense, 10k taijutsu attack, 12k taijutsu defense, 3k genjutsu defense, 32k genjutsu defense, 11k dodge, and 800 tenacity. So I mean, if you equip this, I'm fairly sure your attack bonus at the very least is going to go up a good 500k. If for your for your whole team. But yeah, it's gonna be pricey as far as I can tell because you do need Inazagi Itachi, and this thing froze. I forgot that it did that. I apologize. But yeah, again from the title you may have guessed that this is also a Sasuke showcase. Now, last event, which was I guess 3 days ago, 2 days ago, I did get in the Indra skin for Sasuke. And yeah, it's wow, it's a really good skill, honestly. I was a little skeptical at first because I have heard some good things about it, but from other people I heard that it wasn't that good. I think one of the commenters asked me whether or not to get it. They were in iOS. I said I've heard good things about it, and then apparently he tried it out and didn't really like it. So I thought, okay, I was a little weary, but then I thought I should test it out at the very least. And so yeah, I got it. And oh crap, I'm sorry. That's probably gonna hurt your ears. Um, yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'm gonna turn this to silent. But yeah, as you can see here, I have the Sasuke, as aforementioned Sasuke. And yeah, in the arrow, so deal ninjutsu damage to all enemies and add own 9 tails chakra with probability. Add one time every skill release this skill. That's weird. Anyways, it's a really good skill, honestly. What it does is that say you have you deal 200k worth of damage and that's it. So as the battle goes on, Sasuke gets stronger. Instead of dealing 200k damage, the next one he may deal 400k damage, and then the next time he releases his unique skill 500k, and then so on and so forth, progressively stacking each time. The best buff that you can get is Kuruma. This Nine Tails. The worst one is the Ichibi Shikaku. So I mean, anywhere in between, that's kind of like you can get more than one, or you can get none of them. It's kind of like the Naruto skill, only that it's for buffing your own card. Now honestly, uh, how do I put this? This card is really good, especially with that. But it does have its downsides. For first of all, it does need it takes time to build up. It does take its time to build up. By that I mean at first it won't deal a lot of damage, and it's gonna take a really long time to build up, especially if you have a low amount of ninjutsu attack. And keep in mind when I say low amounts, for most people that would actually be a lot. For me, this is about 252k ninjutsu attack. That's very low for me, but for other people that's an insane amount. To me, that's rather low. Now, as I was saying, as you can see here, this is Itachi, and Sasuke. This is just Sasuke with his, with not his, but the Sword of Kusanagi and, Kurashigama, Kusarigama. Now about the Sword of, Kusanagi, I do have his own, Sword of Kusanagi Sasuke. It's at tier 3, and I don't want to use it at tier 3. I'm gonna wait until tier 4 before I start upgrading it, so until then, I'm just gonna have it there. It does need 60 Nightmare of Uchiha, and that's gonna take me a while because I only have like 4k ore. You need 9k ore at the very least to get all of those, so yeah, it's gonna be fun. But yeah, this he only has 252k ninjutsu attack. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do, it's gonna be Itachi and Sasuke. Itachi's not really gonna be dealing any sort of damage, as you saw, he was basically naked. He only has his ring for accuracy. And Sasuke is going to be doing most of the damage up against these heroic dungeons. So first of all, we're going to do Kabuto and Orochimaru. So you're basically up against Kabuto here. And yeah, just watch what happens. So see how he deals 300 damage, 390k damage, and then 130k damage for the initial release. This is keep in mind that this is a 256k what do you call it? Ninjutsu attack, and as you saw, it just went up a little bit because of these little icons here, the three tails, the one tails, and the two tails. Like they give them that boost in ninjutsu attack, and yeah, it's just gonna go keep on progressively getting higher and higher and higher. Now keep in mind I'm gonna be doing a lot of criticals. That's not because of the card itself. That's mostly because of the eight tails. But either way, if you want to know what it is, just divide it in half. Criticals just double the damage. So as you can see here, he's slowly but surely building himself up. It's already 19, the 21st round, and 1.5 mil by now. He went from 390 something K to 1.5 mil in those rounds. Now he's at 4.3. The secondary attack, the Sword of the Sky, that's 1.3 mil. And yeah, 5.7 mil, 1.4 mil. And yeah, that's, as you can see, he goes up little by little. Now keep in mind that sometimes he will go up even higher and sometimes he'll just go lower. Like I said, this really depends on how many buffs you get. Like for example, if he gets a small amount from the tailed beast, obviously he's not gonna get that many. I mean, if he gets like a Kuruma, a Ninetales right off the bat, his ninjutsu attack is gonna skyrocket. But if he doesn't, he's gonna have to build up little by little. It's happened to me where I've been doing one of these videos, one of these takes, and like he just KOs the character because he got some really good buffs, luckily back to back. Now, this is ninjutsu based. This damage is ninjutsu based, so I mean, the higher your ninjutsu, the more damage you can do. Obviously, you're not going to be able to solo cards with this small amount of ninjutsu. Like I said, to most people, this is a lot. To me, this is a rather small amount. As you can see here, he's dealing more damage now because he just got lucky with the buffs. Sorry if I say debuffs every once in a while. I just got used to saying debuffs because of making videos with Shadow Clone Naruto or Kuruma Naruto. So yeah, that just happens. But yeah, as you can see, 18 million and 4.2 million, and he just beat that. With that a small amount of ninjutsu attack, I can actually boost them up a lot higher than that. If I go ahead and take away my best ninjutsu equipment from Chojiro and Kakashi, so gonna go find Kakashi. And if I just go ahead and take all of their best equipment, I can go from this, which is 252k ninjutsu attack, even high up to 600 something, if I recall correctly. So I'm just going to go ahead and equip all of this. Now, another reason why I may actually just stick with the Sword of Kusanagi, it's not because the Sword of Kusanagi Sasuke is bad, it's just that the Sword of Kusanagi will give me more damage overall, or at least that's how I feel it will work. Because think about this, the Sword of Kusanagi Sasuke, when it gets to tier 4, it releases something called a Chidori. Now that does damage in a line. It doesn't do an AoE attack like the Sword of Kusanagi for Orochimaru does. The Sword of Kusanagi for Sasuke does a Chidori. It goes in a line. You deal a decent amount of damage, I will admit, at the very least 1 million. But the problem is that you only go in one line. Most of the time you want an AoE attack. An AoE attack, more often than not, it's a lot more powerful than, say, something like that. Admittedly, the Sword of Kusanagi, this one does only deal a small amount of damage, but when you take into account that you're getting a buff from Indra's arrow, doesn't really matter now, does it? Now it could, when I get the Sword of Kusanagi to Sasuke to tier 4 and I test it out to see which one gives me more DPS, then I may change my mind, but at the moment I think the Sword of Kusanagi for Orochimaru is better. So yeah, this is the max I can actually get him to without putting in Naruto. With Naruto, he's like another extra 50k ninjutsu attack or 30k ninjutsu attack, somewhere around there. But he is in general a really good card. Once again, we're gonna do Kabuto and Kabuto no Orochimaru. The reason I'm using Itachi, it's like I said, he's a really good stunner. I don't need to do anything. He has enough chakra to just stun and go at it, and that's it. But yeah, he did 800k, and then I think what was it? A good 400k for the longsword of the sky. And see the difference. Like, I mean, now that I have my max ninjutsu attack on him, he's just tearing through Kabuto. Even though he's not getting that many good buffs, or criticals actually. He's just going through this. I've actually seen him go up to a good 30 million. So I mean, this isn't that bad, but this isn't that good when it could be at its best. If you'll notice, he hasn't released a Kuruma Naruto, and he's just about to win. Honestly, I mean a Kuruma, a Ninetales. Sorry, I really get used to like talking about Kuruma Naruto or Shadow Clone Naruto. Um, just because like a lot of people ask me about that. Now, the beautiful thing about this skill is, like I said, it's ninjutsu based attack. Now, if you combine it with the Orochimaru, if I combine my Orochimaru, if you combine it with Orochimaru, who actually does double your ninjutsu attack. Now, normally this could be a bit dangerous because if you only have his passive, well, you have a chance to get the silver curse mark. If you get the silver curse mark, if you're high enough ninjutsu damage, your ninjutsu damage is only going to be cut in half. But if you're low enough, your ninjutsu damage will be null and void. I mean, you'll only be dealing 3k, 6k maybe. So I mean, there is a danger in that. But the beautiful thing about this is that I have the Orochimaru's rank tier 4. Now, in a previous video, the reason I was kind of freaking out about trying to buy it is because, well, yeah, basically buy it because I did have to pay $60 to get enough gold to get it. The reason I was kind of freaking out about it is because it releases extra curse shields for allies. Now, what that means is not that like we thought that it would stack curse shields. It's that every time he releases his unique skill, he's gonna release a seal. Now, you may not think that may be a lot, but the thing is that it means that it will override the old seal. So if your character already had a silver curse seal, he can get a red curse seal. Now, an even more wonderful thing about this is the fact that depending on the character, or the passive that the character has, for example, Tsunade, I know a lot of you were wondering why was it Tsunade able to solo, not solo, but able to kill the Eight Tails. The reason is because of the unrivaled strength. When combined with Orochimaru's passive and the ring, what it did is that it overclocked it. Basically, it stacked the curse seal and it stacked the bonus from the unrivaled strength, making Tsunade very, very powerful. Now, that's not always going to happen, obviously, but if it's a percentage thing, it probably is going to happen. For example, if Shadow Clone Naruto was to release, I mean, if Asura Naruto, if my Naruto were to release a passive skill called Shadow Clone and get those buffs would actually stack with the passive skill with the buffs from the red curse seal, which is awesome. Now, this is actually the same thing that happens with Sasuke. These buffs, the Indra's arrow buffs, they actually stack with the curse seal. So you go anywhere from I think I've dealt up until like 60 million every once in a while. And keep in mind that this is an AoE attack once again, so I mean that's even better. I may have set this up wrong, but the gist of it's that Sasuke's gonna double his damage and just kill just about everybody. The damage from Orochimaru is just rather low. Because yeah, I set this up wrong. Orochimaru was supposed to go first. Yeah, see, he dealt a lot more damage because of that Ninetales buff. The Ninetales buff is actually rare. Just like with Kuruma Naruto, when you try to deal it, it's a rather rare buff. Won't always happen, but if it happens, it's powerful. But yeah, just going at it. And I'm gonna slow this down in a second. The reason some of these just died is because of the lightning shadow clone. We're gonna focus on this one to see how much damage Sasuke does now, because it should be rather interesting. 22 million, I think. Yeah, 22 million, and keep in mind that he was on stage 13, round 13. So I mean, he had a whole battle ahead of him. You can actually use the strategy to take down the 8 tails if you want to. You're gonna have to try to get lucky because obviously most people don't have as much ninjutsu attack as I do. And sometimes you will get the Great Curse Seal once again cutting your damage in half, which could be disastrous when you're up against a tailed beast. But yeah, this is a really good skill. Gonna take away Itachi, and I'm gonna attack this Sakura. Now, for those of you who don't know, this Sakura is a tank. She doesn't attack you at all, so that's why I took away Itachi. But what she does do is she heals like hell. Like, I mean, unless you KO her, she's nearly impossible to kill. And she has a good, I don't know, 60 million worth of HP, so that should tell you something. Oh yeah, and whenever the red curse seal reappears to the side, so instead of it being there and it reappears all the way over here, what that means is that the curse seal has been renewed, and if it's been renewed, it basically stacks itself over itself. And as you saw, Sasuke nearly KO'd her, well, cut more than half of her HP. But yeah, Sakura just healed. It's just about over. There you go. I think that was a 60 something. 60 something mil. Could be wrong. But yeah, as you can see, and once again, I can't stress this enough. This is an AoE attack. And then add in that extra AoE attack from the Sword of Kusanagi that just makes this a lot stronger. The reason Sakura isn't taking any damage from the poison, it's because she's immune to it. She has a passive called Yin Seal. It's a really good passive, especially if you don't have Tsunade's Shinobi World War skin. But Yin Seal, the Creation Rebirth, is better, I think. Yeah, I do believe it's better. Oh yeah, one more thing. That wasn't a critical at the end. It wasn't a critical. It was just a normal attack. Critical would have been double damage. Yeah, normal attack that actually took down this tank. So yeah, I mean, that's just Sasuke. Now, where he really shines through, honestly, it's not really taking down these dungeons. I can do that with just anybody in my team. Doesn't really matter. Give me hell. He'll take down what's his face? Um, Pain at the very end. No, wrong guy. This guy right here. Oh yeah, if you're wondering why Nagato doesn't attack, it's because every time Itachi does a normal attack, he stuns his opponent. So since it's the only card and Itachi keeps on doing normal attacks and stunning attacks, well, I mean, it doesn't really matter. He's just gonna win. He's just gonna be stunned. And yeah, Nagato's about to die, and Sasuke, Itachi, and Orochimaru took him down. So yeah, this is how you can see that he's very powerful. Now, to give you an idea just how powerful he is single-handedly responsible, along with Orochimaru, for getting me from stage 50, 51 maybe, if I was lucky, to stage 55, floor 55 in the Ninja War. Now, that's actually a very big difference because of the amount of HP and defense that the cards gain at those floors. I've seen Sasuke deal a good 100 million, and those cards don't even flinch. So I mean, it's what I'm trying to get at. It's a very, very good skin. It's definitely a good investment. If you have Orochimaru with the curse seal and the Orochimaru's ring tier 4, it's you're gonna have a great time when it comes to the Ninja War. Only downside for the passive and the Orochimaru's thing is that it could cut your damage in half, and there is a very small chance that the Silver Curse Seal will kill your card if it's on it. But it's very rare. It's only happened to me like twice, and that's about it in the entire time that I've had Orochimaru. So I mean, that should tell you something. And yeah, I think that's about it for this video. I think I covered just about everything I could cover with Sasuke, when at least when it comes to his skill. Um, yeah, hopefully these videos I'm starting to make are gonna be longer. Actually, leave it in the comments if you will, please. Do you prefer longer videos? Do you prefer shorter videos? Which ones would be easier for you guys to like take in? I mean, I could make an hour-long video just explaining everything I know about the Ninja War or everything I know about basics, but there's no real point to it if you guys won't listen to it because it's too long or because it's boring. I mean, this is something that I want you to understand, but if it's too long and you lose attention or stop paying attention, there's no real point to it. You got me? So yeah, I think that's about it for this video. Actually, now that I think about it, for my goals, it's gonna be trying to get basically all the 50k passives. Because if you look at this, if you get the Susanoo complete form skill, release unique skill will deal massive ninjutsu damage to all enemies, and finish the complete form Susanoo for 5 rounds during this period immune. This skill can only be released once. So, I mean, as far as I can tell, the complete form Susanoo can only be released once, but the deal massive ninjutsu damage is all throughout the whole battle. So, I mean, that's even better when it comes to the Ninja War because of the Indra arrow buffs, it just stacks with any sort of ninjutsu or ninjutsu damage. I mean, it just stacks and stacks. It just deals a massive amount of damage. I'm probably gonna make a little video eventually about the Sword of Kusanagi Sasuke tier 4 to see if it deals more damage. I'm starting to think it might, simply because it's made for Sasuke, but I could be wrong. So yeah. Leave a like if you liked it. Leave a dislike if you don't. I appreciate you watching, and I do apologize if the audio is really bad. I'm gonna be looking into how to maybe have to upload the video through my computer. I might actually try to do it through for this one, just like take the video from the phone, upload it into my computer, and then upload it through the computer into YouTube. Maybe that helps out with audio. I don't really know, but yeah. Tell me what you think. See you tomorrow with a new video. Bye.